everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullwinkle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny from Relentless and Unstoppable, and from out in Kenya we have Kennedy Mutuma with us. How you doing?
Hi Douglas, I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing fabulous. It's very nice to see that you're doing well, and for those who don't know, he is one of the people that has summited the volcano of Mount Kenya, which doesn't erupt anymore but is the highest mountain in Kenya, and that's quite an achievement in itself. What was it like, Kennedy?
Climbing Mount Kenya is not easy. It's quite hard, and it requires a lot of resilience. And it's also one of the steepest mountains that I've ever climbed. It's even steeper than Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania.
Yeah. I looked at it on Google Maps and saw that it's basically a series of peaks with a main peak. Is that pretty much what it is?
Yes, so usually there are four main peaks. There is a Batian Peak, there is a Nelion Peak. This is the second highest, but the highest peak is Batian, followed by Nelion Peak, and Lenana Peak is the third highest peak. Batian Peak is the technical climbing, usually climb through ropes, and this one is rock climbing. Basically, this is the highest peak. The second highest peak also is called Nelion Peak. This is also a technical climb peak. You have to use ropes to climb it. And then the third highest peak is called Lenana Peak. And Lenana Peak is the walking peak, or a peak where you can just walk to the summit.
Wow. I've seen it on Google Maps. Is it also a national park?
Yes, so Mount Kenya is found on Mount Kenya National Park, which is mostly rainforest. And before you get to the summit, you have to walk through the rainforest first of all, or drive through the rainforest to get at the starting point of the hike.
Got it. So the starting point would be like base camp, right?
Yeah, the starting point is usually a base camp or the first camp.
Cool. What made you decide to climb Mount Kenya?
Well, I am a kind of person who likes challenging myself and at least, like putting my body in some extreme. And usually after hiking or doing a tough hike, I usually feel better after the rest.
Got it. So describe traveling through the rainforest and the vegetation before you get up closer to the mountain.
So actually this is the most underestimated part by most of the trekkers, because I feel like most of the hikers usually concentrate on getting to the summit, and they forget about the beauty of Mount Kenya. And I usually tell people that the beauty of the mountain is not found on the summit. It's found on the sideways, the trees, the flowers, the birds, and the animals that you find along the route. So on the rainforest, there are usually animals like elephants, which you can see when you're hiking, buffaloes, and occasional predators like leopards. But people shouldn't worry about that, because the guides are very trained and they know how to deal with animals.
Got it. So do people in Kenya have experience with training the African buffalo, knowing that they can be aggressive?
So most of the Kenyans do coexist with wild animals, and most of Kenyans don't see wild animals as threat. And the same thing, I think, with the wild animals. Wild animals don't see human being as threat, and they do not attack human being for fun. So a wild animal will only attack you when it senses danger and when it feels like you are a threat to it. So usually, for example, when you're hiking and you find a buffalo along the route, it is your responsibility as a human being to try and avoid any confrontation with that buffalo. And in most cases, if that buffalo hears your voice or hears your step first, it's going to run away, not unless you try to chase it.
Got it. So what other obstacles did you face and others faced when they climbed Mount Kenya?
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.